Hi everyone, Siobhan here. In this video, I'd like to share some tips and tools to help you to have a successful IVF or IUI or ICSI. And so I'd like to just share a little bit about my experience with helping people to be successful with that. There was a video just uploaded onto my website of a couple that were successful with their first IVF. The woman was almost 44 doing the IVF, and they now have a beautiful baby girl. So I'd like to share how I believe they were successful and how I supported them with that, as well as going through my experience with IVF and how it works and much more. First of all, I'd like to say that even though I'm doing this video to support you if you're on the IVF journey, my aim is primarily to support people to get pregnant naturally. I do believe nature knows best, and I do believe it's best for the constitutional health of your child if you can conceive naturally. But of course, I support everyone, regardless of what your decisions are. I do feel probably less than 3% of people that I see actually need the IVF. So first of all, maybe just to give you a little bit of my background, most of you probably know this. I'm a registered midwife and general nurse, and I'd studied Chinese medicine for 5 years. So I've studied Western Chinese medicine for almost about 11 years, mainly with fertility. And to my knowledge, I was the first midwife to work in an IVF clinic here in Ireland. So I understand a lot about IVF, ICSI, IUI, and how it works. For anyone that doesn't understand what IVF is, it means in vitro fertilization, where basically the eggs are taken from the woman and they're fertilized with the sperm in a Petri dish in a lab. And ICSI is where the sperm is injected into the egg. My aim is, if you're doing IVF, standard IVF, I believe, is better for the constitutional health of your child if you can do it that way, rather than sperm selection with ICSI. And IUI is where the sperm is inseminated into the uterus of the woman. It's like mimicking getting pregnant naturally. And so how I can support you, my aim is that if you're doing any of these interventions, that you're as healthy and balanced as you can. The statistics show the success rate is quite low in obtaining pregnancy and carrying that baby to term. So if you want to be in that percentage chance of success, you need to be in your optimum health going into the IVF. With that couple, their testimonial that they've just done, they talk about how it was their first IVF. And I honestly believe, statistically, at the age of almost 44, their chances would have been about 1% success. And both of them had issues on both sides. And so for them to be in the 1% chance, I needed to support them to be at absolute optimum health, which they were. So for IVF to be successful and to be in optimum health, what does this mean? To understand infertility, first we need to understand fertility. And the farmer's daughter in me understands that first you need the ground right to grow and nourish the seed. So what this equates to is, if you're a woman watching this, your period needs to be healthy. No clots, no stagnation, not too heavy a flow, not too light a flow, and no spotting, preferably around period time. So how do we achieve this? In Chinese medicine, as many of you might have heard me saying, the mind is in the blood and the blood makes the body fluid. So if you feel a bit stressed and rigid and stuck, this is going to reflect with the period being stuck and clotty and stagnant. So the first thing is trying to bring any stress levels down and to feel as balanced as you can in mind and body. Then the blood makes the body fluid. So if you feel stressed and stuck, then the egg white and semen is going to be stressed and stuck, impeding fertilization. So to have healthy egg white and healthy sperm, it's having stress levels down, being as healthy and balanced as you can, eating a healthy diet, and I also use natural herbs and supplements to help with this. Now, the biggest cause with stress that I'm seeing is actually subconscious stress. It's intergenerational stress. It's stress, I believe, that we carry in our DNA. So my work is helping people acknowledge the stress in the family line and transforming that. So as an example, this couple that I'm talking about here that have just been successful, they had intergenerational stress, which they talk about in their testimonial. And also each of them was blocked in their creative truth. So they learned to trust their body intelligence and acknowledge their unique gifts, which they're now working in that area in being creative in who they are. And what I'm seeing is when people unlock their creative truth and live their creative truth, I am seeing this being reflected in the egg and sperm becoming more fertile. Nature's intelligence is incredible. Nature wants you to live your creative truth, to be open to your full potential. And once you're living your, what I call fertile truth, this will reflect with much more fertility in your body. And this is how it helped with this couple. So they transformed and recognized the generational stress. As an example, the man found out, during the fertility journey, there was a child that was his brother had been adopted. And so they went on a journey recognizing and transforming that. And it's very positive. And so recognizing and transforming what went on in the family line before us in a positive way, and also living your creative truth. So there's two main blocks: the intergenerational stress and living your creative truth, and being open to yourself, to one another, and to connect as a couple. And when this couple, as an example, did that, the body fluids changed. There was a significant cyst that subsided, and the body fluids will reflect when the transformation happens. I also used herbs and natural supplements with this couple, as I do for most people embarking on IVF. I would honestly believe that couples I treat it's probably 85% success rate. I have success with the first IVF. But to do that, it usually takes, it's hard to say exactly, but about 3 to 4 sessions with me on helping you transform the stress, connect to your body intelligence. And people usually say they feel much more relaxed with the unique tips that I give them and support them. They feel much more relaxed, and usually even after one session, the body fluids change. And also, for any of you watching this, try and go on date nights. Try and keep your hearts open to one another. Try and be more open to your creative truth. Get out to nature more and be as healthy as you can going into that IVF. With the IVF, the meds can obviously have side effects, and one side effect is they can be very warming to the body. So as an example, if you overheat, the womb overheats. So we need to make sure for the woman and for the man that the body is not overheating before you go into the IVF. So again, it's like mimicking nature. The ground needs to be right, both to nourish the seed and for implantation. The temperature needs to be right for the seed to grow, and everything needs to be as balanced and calm as it can. Another thing that can help you for women to have a healthy period with no clots is using castor oil packs. There is an information leaflet on my website under the new patient section. I hope that will help you. It can also be good to take just a basic supplement to keep you nourished, such as barley grass or spirulina, and it can be good to take a natural antioxidant. So I hope these tips might help you. There's probably lots more I could say, but I don't want to give you too much information in case I overwhelm you. So the main takeaway from this is just to be at optimum health going into your IVF, keep connected to one another, keep as balanced as you can, and eat healthy foods. So I hope that helps you. If I can be of any more help for anyone on this journey, please do reach out, and it's only my privilege to support you. Thank you.